Welcome back, everybody. This is Vex Plays Slay the Spire. I had a run with the Silent that I did earlier today, and I went to go upload it to YouTube, and it was just a blank screen. So this is me re-recording my Silent run. It was an excellent run. We beat the game, and now we can play on Ascension Level 2 as the Silent. But that's not, OBS decided YouTube did not want to see it. So here we go on our retake of episode 2. I also had a myriad of audio issues. I think for anyone who's watching the Hollow Knight episode, I think that's recording with my headphone mic and not my desk mic. So let me know how the volume and audio quality of this is compared to that. Now this is the Silent. He plays a lot different than the Ironclad. He has lots of poison that deals damage over time, and a lot of really good defense items. And honestly, he's my preferred character out of the two that I play. I haven't played the newest kind of mage-like character yet. It's a very complex character, and I don't feel comfortable playing at that skill level yet. Now this is on Ascension 2, and I don't think I went over what Ascension is in my first episode, but pretty much as you beat each level of it, it gets harder and harder. So for Ascension 2, elites spawn more often and normal enemies are deadlier. As the Silent, he starts with Ring of Snake, so on his first turn of each combat, he draws 2 additional cards instead of healing 6 HP at the end of each combat. So he plays a lot differently, and he has some different cards in his deck, and in his starting deck. He starts with Survivor, which gives him extra defense, and Neutralize, which is it's a super powerful card. Applying Weak is great, and if we upgrade this, it's going to be excellent. So that's going to be what I usually upgrade first. I might actually do that out the gate. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. It's a little bit worse if you have the knowledge that the first 3 hallways are always easier fights than the pool of fights that all the other hallways come out of. 21 damage is a lot to take off the start, and I don't really want to lose my relic. Having that card draw early is really nice. Let's kind of see a path that we're going to be taking, just to see if that will influence how we deal with this. And I actually like this path coming up here. 1, 2, 3, hitting the bonfire to upgrade a card that we get, doing elite, getting a relic, shop, elite, healing before the fight. I think that's the path that I'm gonna choose to go down. There are some different ways to play this act, but that's how I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna go off the bat, upgrade this Neutralize. It's super powerful. So let's get this run started. Hopefully everything will record well. I'm sitting here with some chai tea and a glass of water, making sure my voice is good. I did record almost 3 hours of content already, so if this is a 2-hour run, then my voice is really gonna be taking a beating. Starting off with this cultist, he's pretty easy. I will say, if you see, I made an icon for my YouTube channel, and I actually used the Silent energy as sort of the backdrop. So if you see any of my watermarks or anything, that's the origin of it, which is a fun fact. And I'm excited to get this series going, getting to the Silent, who I like a lot more than the Ironclad. When things are going down, he seems to have a lot more utility than Ironclad, I think. But Ironclad also sort of snowballs, so it's a trade-off. That's our first hallway done. We get a Gambler's Brew, which is a pretty good potion. And now we get our card choice. I might go with Infinite Blades. Last run that wasn't on camera was a really big poison build, and it worked really well. Reflex is for something, it's, if you have a discard deck already built, it's a really good card to add in, but currently it's way too early in the run to be able to take something like this confidently. Outmaneuver is a decent card to get energy, but there's other abilities that I'd rather have, like a Flying Knee Kick, which is 1 mana, it deals 8 damage and gives you 1 mana for next turn. I don't like wasting all of these resources, a card draw and a mana, to get this. It's a very slow card, so I'm gonna go with Infinite Blades, and we might have a what is it called, a Shiv deck on our hands by the end of this. Having it innate's a decent upgrade as well. I've never I don't think I've ever upgraded it right off the bat and played with a deck of this sort, but we'll see how it goes. Now I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. The Silent plays a lot differently than Ironclad. Ironclad, you use a lot of your health to kind of pay for getting through these hallway fights and bartering to make it on to the next room, whereas the Silent, you really want to put up defenses and kind of bide your time. You know, if you get a lot of poison going and stuff like that, you know, you just kind of want to defense up and wait for that to really kill your enemies and your big HP bosses. And there we go, that's the second fight down. And this is what I was talking about, Flying Knee Kick. Now, I'm not sure if that's what I want to go. I might actually go with a Bouncing Flask just to get that poison going on singular enemies. We know the boss is a single enemy, and things like Goblin Knob and stuff like that, Bouncing Flask will do a lot of damage for us. I always love poison builds. It's one of the easiest ways to scale into a win. Now here, let's Bouncing Flask, neutralize, and then we're gonna go ahead and get some defense up. Now it's a little unfortunate that it bounced all on this guy. I mean, it does take care of him for us. He's going to die this turn. The way poison works is it always starts at the beginning of their turn before they get any of their damage out. So he's dead, and we don't need to worry about this guy or this damage. So let's get this going. As you can see, Weaken does a lot for us, and that's that room done and taken care of. Now, was this a question mark room? Yes, so that does mean that we're going to have to do a 4th hallway before we can rest, and we do that elite, which is a little unfortunate. And I'm going to take this Catalyst just because we already took Bouncing Flask on a single enemy. We'll be able to get 9 poison up right away, and then double that to 18, and that'll do a lot of damage really quickly. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is our hard room, and this is a really difficult one because we have 2 fat gremlins. These guys give nasty debuffs, so we really want to take care of them quickly. But on the 3rd turn, this gremlin wizard will he'll do like 25 damage to us. So this is an extraordinarily hard fight, and I'm actually going to put some weak on this guy. Actually, maybe I should have put him on the back guy. That's regardless. Irrelevant, I should say. Oh, goodness. 18 damage. I want to put up at least one defend. So 13. Not doing any damage this turn is rough, but we gotta defend a little bit. I wanted to get this shiv going, that way I can at least start to snowball a little bit with my power. And it's unfortunate that we're not gonna get a bouncing flask off this soon. So let's kill let's try and kill this fat gremlin, and then we're just gonna take a ton of damage from this gremlin wizard. This is a real rough situation for this deck so early on. We're gonna take a lot of damage here. If we're not 50% or less after this fight, I'm gonna be happy. It's gonna be a good fight. So see, this is just a lot of damage coming in. This is a real hard fight. We'll start to snowball a little bit, but maybe we should have just defended there. It's hard to say because we can't just defend, because we're just gonna take damage upon damage. But it is what it is. So we're gonna shiv this guy, neutralize him. He's dead. We'll defend, and now we're starting to cruise. I do need to take care of this gremlin wizard soon now, or else I'm gonna die. Goodness, how unfortunate of a fight. And this is what I'm really saying, that the difference between those first 3 fights and the difference between those first 3 fights and this fight are just night and day. Next turn I think he's gonna attack me, and we're in a bad spot. We're in a real bad spot. Wow, it's a shame my good run ended up being not recorded, and I went from a sort of a bad run at first, and then this run's not off to a good start. Whenever you get this far behind at the beginning, you have to heal a lot at campfires, and that just starts putting you behind. So I'm not going to take anything here. This is a lot like the other unplayable discard. It just gives you energy instead of card draw. I don't want 2 catalysts just yet. We don't make enough poison for it to matter, and we're drawing too many cards for our energy capability. So that's a wash. It was a really hard fight, and then on top of that we had no good cards to get from it. So we had like very little net gain, a very difficult fight, and this might actually be the end of this run. 10 damage. Throw this. Get some pressure down. We're gonna take 4 damage. Unfortunate. Very bad luck with that. We're going to defend and then get some poison rolling. All on this back guy. That's not optimal. This guy will start gaining strength, and it makes him rough to deal with, especially with frail on us. That's not good. So let's deal with him, and then we will just strike this guy twice. Hopefully we'll get a bouncing flask again soon, and be able to take care of him before he snowballs too far. Although not having any defense Oh, goodness, I should have probably swabbed my hand. That's game. Well, thanks for watching episode 2 of Slay the Spire. It was a short run, and and that's how it goes sometimes. We had really unfortunate luck with that fourth hallway fight. We had these question marks were both fights, and then we got this fight, and it destroyed us. We weren't prepared for it. That's why having you really want to try and get these paths that you only have to do 3 fights and then get to a fire and upgrade. I'm gonna leave this up just as a proof of concept. I want you guys to really see the difficulties that sometimes arise. But this is the deck. I don't know if we could have went with different things. Infinite Blades probably wasn't the best choice there. If I knew what was coming up to me, I would have played this a lot differently. But that's how it goes. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, hit a like, and comment down below if you've seen any ways that I could have gotten out of this. Definitely a Gambler's Brew here would have pulled me in defense, but I don't think this run was going anywhere, because I would have had a heal here and I would have died against this almost assuredly, and there's no way on what would that have been, 4 HP, would I have gotten to this campfire. So thank you everybody for watching and supporting this channel, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.